Honey.
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
Great. How are you today?
Baruch Hashem.
Glad to hear it. I like that your hat and t-shirt match.
They do?
Yeah, it has light blue and
Oh,
light blue.
I didn't even notice, but that works.
Well done. Well done. I'm sure the audience notices.
Maybe.
Um, you know what we're talking about today? Agla Rufa.
Really? That goes along with the Parsha, apparently.
It does?
Well, I just read Yosef wrote something, and he mentioned Egla Rufa as well.
Did you read his piece today? It sounds very exciting, his piece.
It sounds like he's going to write an exciting piece, but like the piece itself was just
Yeah, it
like,
was a little bit of a teaser.
yeah, because Yosef does that.
Really? He likes to do that?
He's such a tease. I'm like, for 5 years now, he's been telling me he's getting his PhD.
Okay, but that doesn't count. That doesn't count. But yeah, I was reading the piece and I was like all excited. And then I was like, wait, you didn't say the piece. I was like, oh, it was a little bit of a downer. So
You know what one of the most popular videos on my channel is?
what?
Yosef did the davening for Mincha and Ma'ariv out of a Teilas Hashem Siddur, and I uploaded it. It is a perennial, whatchamacallit, like people are constantly listening to it.
It's just him davening Mincha Marv?
Yep.
That's so cool.
I don't think he did Shachris. Maybe you could do Shachris.
Maybe.
And Tikkun Chatzos.
Tikkun Chatzos. Yeah. I actually bought this really crazy book called it's by, I think, Stephen Jacobson. It's called basically all about Trupp and cantillations on the Torah.
Okay.
It's fascinating how many scholarly works there are on the origin of it and the meaning of everything. It's really fascinating.
So have you ever heard of the Masorah Gedola and Masorah Katana?
It sounds familiar.
Okay, so this is the funny thing. It's like only Christians and Sofrim know about the Masorah Gedola and Masorah Katana. So it's this thing that Sofrim are used in order to train each other in Safras, right?
Okay.
And I mean, it has a lot of things in it, but like in general, I don't think I've actually seen it printed anywhere. Like, I never in a base midrash have I seen the Masorah Gedola and Masorah Katana, but like I'm guessing Paul Vanderklay owns a copy.
It's interesting. I wonder what you're referring to because one of the things that this guy Jacobson said is that the first work on Trupp was actually by a Christian. The first major work on Trupp was by a Christian, which is fascinating.
I could believe it. Yeah. So the Masorah Gedola and Masorah Katana, like, so you've heard of the Masoretic text, right? And the Leninberg Codex?
No.
Okay. So the text of the Torah and actually all of Tanakh as we have it, it's called the Masoretic text because it's the text with the Masorah.
Right. This is what, like, the Baal Turim. The Baal Turim all the time quotes the Masorah. He quotes that. That's what I assume he's quoting. It's like,
when he says what's written where in the Torah, or
he always says like Beis b'Masoras. He always says b'Masoras. And my understanding of it, I researched this a little bit, is that there is some Masorah that was passed down like handwritten of like on the sides of the text. Right. I assume you're referring to that?
Yes.
Okay.
So there's apparently Masorah Katana is like the things that's written on the margins, and Masorah Gedola, because it was written larger, is written on the bottom.
Got it.
Right? So the Leninberg Codex is the oldest actual book that we have of a handwritten Tanakh with all the Tamim, right? And all the Nikud. And I don't know if the Leninberg Codex itself had Mesorah Gedola and Mesorah Katana, but like this is how Sofrim like apparently teach each other. And I only found out about this because of, and apparently Sofrim came up with checksums. You know what a checksum is?
What is it called?
Checksum.
Checksum?
Yeah. CHECKSUM.
No.
So when, I guess you're not as old as I thought you were, way back when you used to transfer files, the way you would figure out whether or not you got the entire file was you would check if the size of the file is right. So there's this method of checking if you did something correctly by like adding things up, right? And one of the ways that the Masoretes had of figuring out if they had copied like a parsha correctly is they would have a number at the end of the parsha, and if you went back and you counted the number of words, that it would be equivalent, and that's how you knew that you copied correctly the entirety of the page. Right?
Interesting.
So yeah, that's so checking using a sum is it's called a checksum. That's how it's done. And yes, Jamie Russell, that's it's kind of sort of our joke. Yeah.
That was actually pretty cool that you put the AI photo of Jordan Peterson. It's kind of funny.
Yeah, I mean, I told the AI it doesn't exactly look like him. It doesn't.
It does. It has his look.
So our good friend Claire had AI make a picture of me, and it kind of looks like me, but it also is kind of insulting that AI thinks I'm that old.
Well, it probably is, it's aware of your sage-like wisdom, so it just did it off of that.
Probably why. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, it's very confusing. I'm just reading about Trupp and the origin of Trupp, and like it's very interesting because at some parts I'm reading like his introduction into the book, and at some parts it seems like because Rashi seems to mention Trupp. And it seems like Chazal mentioned Trupp. It's very confusing.
Yeah, Chazal mentioned the gang signs. That's what I call them when the Chazan, like somebody's standing there in front of the Chazan throwing gang signs.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Like Chazal mentioned people doing that.
Correct. It's very interesting. Like it's very interesting.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see what we got. Let's look at the psukim first here. Is this the beginning of it? It starts here, I guess. Ki yimatzei chala ba'adama. I'm talking about the Sefaria on the screen.
Oh, you're actually looking up Agla Arufa. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Ki yimatzei chala ba'adama. Asher Hashem nofel basadeh lo nada mihukiu. It's interesting. It calls it why does it call it a chalal ba'adama?
So halal means a corpse, but halal comes from being profaned, right?
No Rashi. Okay.
Also, it's related to the word to hollow out.
Got it. Which is like this is a hollow situation, I guess. In terms of it's like I guess the
person may have been even pierced,
right.
Because it says that v'lo noda mi hikau, right?
Right. So we don't know who killed him.
We don't know who hit him. Right. So it could have. It didn't necessarily have to be like maybe he was strangled, but makot is generally so. It seems like this is a guy who got hit in the head with the rock or something.
Right. and your elders and your judges will measure the distances that surround the chalol. On the city that's closest to the body, v'lachlu ziknei ir hi eglas bakar asher lo ubadba asher lo mashcha ba'ol. So they'll take the cow that has never been worked, which has never pulled in a yoke. Okay, so it has to be a cow that's never done anything.
Yeah.
And they'll take the cow to Nachal Esan, asher lo yavid bo v'lo yazira, to a place that's not worked and not tilled. Arfu sham es egla benachal, and they'll break the cow's neck in the nachal.
Yeah, they translate it as wadi.
And they also keep translating it as heifer. Is an egla not a cow?
Egla is feminine, so
okay.
Egel is a
Cat.
bull. Yeah. Egla is a female.
Okay. V'nigshu kohanim b'nei Levi, and kohanim. That's me exactly. B'nei Levi will come forward. L'varach b'shem Hashem v'al piem yeh korev kol naga. V'chol ziknei ha'ir hi ha'krov melachol, and all the elders of the city shall wash their hands. Yirchusu esidem al egla rufa benachal. Interesting. I don't think I knew that. So they would like go to the actual river where it is, and then they ever want to wash their hands there?
I guess, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anu v'amru yedenu lo shafchu es dam hazeh ve'einenu lo ro. Our hands did not shed this blood, nor did our eyes see it done. Kaper la'amcha Yisrael asher pradisa Hashem v'al tidin dam naki b'kerev amcha Yisrael v'nechaper lahem hadam. Do not let guilt for the blood of the innocent remain among your people, and they will be absolved of blood guilt. Va'ata te'aver hadam hanaki mikirbecha kisasa yasher bein Hashem. Thus you'll remove from your midst guilt of the innocent, for you will be doing what God is right. Okay. Oh, that takes us to this week's parsha. Oh, so this really was last week's parsha.
Yeah.
Very cool.
That's what Yosef said, and Yosef's always right.
That's true. That's true. All right. So now we can see the Gemara. Let's do it. Do you want to go for it? Tanar Rabbanan?
Sure.
Harifat
egla b'shlosha. Tanar Rabbanan. V'yatsu zekenecha v'shoftecha zekenecha shnayim. Shoftecha shnayim. V'kevan ein beitin shakol mosifin alehem od echad. Harei kan chamisha. Divrei Rabbi Yehuda. Rabbi Shimon omer zekenecha shnayim. Ve'ein beitin shakol masifin alehem od echad. Harei kan shlosha. This is very similar to the entire debate we've been having before
regarding smicha.
Smicha, yeah. Yeah. Rabbi Shimon hai shoftecha. So we have to ask Rabbi Shimon, what does he do with Rabbi Yehuda's shoftecha? My avidle. Hahu miboile miyuchadin shebeshoftecha.
So Rashi says, "Sheyu miziknei Sanhedrin Gedola," that they should be from the Sanhedrin Gedola.
Oh, that the zakenim have to be mishoftecha.
Right.
Okay. Rabbi Yehuda mi ziknecha nafka. So Rabbi Yehuda learns that same rule from ziknei zikenecha.
When it says zikenecha, it means from those specific zikenim, I guess. Oh. Miziknei zikenecha nafka. Right. It could have said ziknei. The fact that it said zikenecha.
Right. Because it says zikenecha. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Chezi is very, 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 very excited that it's Elul. He's been going to Sephardi slichas even though he doesn't have to.
I believe it. I believe it. Oh, and I watched his stream with Olsen.
I watched it. I started doing a commentary on it. I didn't finish.
It's really good.
The conversation was good. I'm not sure everybody understood exactly what was flying because he's a little shuffle ruach. So
Shuffle ruach.
Yeah, his shiftless is a big avera he has.
Interesting.
He's the opposite of a Baal Gaiva. Of course, shiftless is also a type of Gaiva, but
you know the Zizek joke.
Which Zizek?
I mean, he quotes it as a Jewish joke, so it's not really a Zizek joke.
What the now look who's nothing?
Oh, that sounds similar. How does that one go?
So it's Yom Kippur, and the rabbi gets all emotional, and he runs in front of the teva, and he falls down, and he says, "Ribono shel olam, I'm nothing, nothing," right? And then the president of the shul gets all emotional, and he runs and he falls in front of the teva, and he says, "HaKadosh Baruch Hu, I'm nothing, I'm nothing." And then Yankala in the back also gets emotional, so he also runs and falls in front of the teva, and he says, "Kadosh Baruch Hu, I'm nothing, I'm nothing." And the president turns to the rabbi and says, "Now look who thinks he's nothing."
Hilarious. So the lashon of Zizek is, who does this guy think he is?
Yeah.
I love Zizek. He's the best. But he's anti situation in Israel.
He is. I mean, he's an interesting guy. Whatever.
All right.
Okay. So zikne nafka.
Yeah.
The rabbis Shimon. So if we're gonna darshan zikanecha, so why he is zikne haba mina zikne hashuk,
right?
Hatav Rahmana ziknecha ve'ikatev ziknecha haba mina Sanhedrin katana, Hatav Rahmana v'shoftecha miyuchadin shebeshoftecha. Right, so not just pshute smicha, they have to be of the Sanhedrin Gadol.
Mm-hmm.
Rabbi Yehuda. So now we're gonna ask Rabbi Yehuda. Gamar zikne mipasuk v'samchu zikne ha'eda et yedehem. Ma lahalan miyuchadin shebe'eda avkan miyuchadin shebezikinecha. Right? So he should have learned it from the fact that we have two pasukim which say with smicha it says zikne and here it says zikne, so that should make shoftecha extra. Iyalif lelav kula mehatam.
Right, this is a question. Meaning the answer is that he learned Gzer Shava zikne to learn that it has to be the miyuchadim shebizikenecha. It has to be the special elders. But the Gemara now has a question. But if that's the case, then you should have learned everything from there. Zikenecha v'shoftecha lamali. Why do you need zikenecha or shoftecha at all?
Right. Right. Ela v'shoftecha leminyana. Ela vav v'shoftecha leminyana.
Wait, so we start from the beginning, like just to go through the logic. It says zikenecha and shoftecha. Rabbi Yehuda's initial opinion is that each shows that you need 2, so you need 5 because in bezin shakel. Or Shimon says you only darshan zikenecha, so you need 3. And then the Gemara says, what does Shimon say with shoftecha? Because he only darshan zikenecha. So the Gemara answers, he needs that to tell you that these has to be the special judges. So Rav Shimon, that's how Rav Shimon uses the word shoftecha. So how does Rabbi Yehuda learn that it's special judges? So it answers because it could have said zikne, instead it said zikenecha. So that's how he's able to learn 5, right? He learned 5 plus the special judges. And Rav Shimon would say back to that, it's not good enough to say zikenecha because you would have said zikne hashuk. Sorry, if it just said zikne, you would say zikne hashuk. If it just said zikenecha, you would say Sanhedrin katana. So it has to therefore say zikenecha and shoftecha, and it would just be what do you call it?
Sanhedrin Gedola.
Wait, I lost that. Wait, so
ultimately, they both agree that it has to be from the Sanhedrin Gedola. That's what they mean by miyuchadim.
Right. Okay. Got it. Okay, that makes sense. And then Rabbi Yehuda, we go back to Rabbi Yehuda now because basically the Gemara is accepting the point that it's not good enough to just say zikenecha. You need both. So again, we're back to Rabbi Yehuda being in the hot seat of how he learns 5. So we answer by he learns his gzeir shava that ma lahalam biyuchadin shebeida afkam biyuchadin shebizikenecha. So this gzeir shava plus shoftecha gives you. Sorry, so he could still use zikenecha and shoftecha to learn 5 because he learns the gzeir shava. And then the Gemara says, if that's the case, then he should learn everything from there.
Should have just the Gezer Shava. But why does he need to darshan out that there's 5 here if he's learning out that it's miyuchadim?
Oh, he learned that it was 5 there. That's what it is. Meaning he also learned it was 5 there. Okay. So you don't need ziknei cheshdecha. All you need is the word ziknei, and you would learn everything from there.
Right.
So Ella vav shivishoftecha leminyana. So rather, we throw that all out. Really, he agrees you do need both zikenecha shoftecha to learn out that you're doing the special Sanhedrin, and the vav in vishoftecha is what gives him the extra number of judges.
Right, because if it's zikenecha shoftecha, right? So if we're just talking about 2 of them, right? Then it could be zikenecha and shoftecha. Why zikenecha v'shoftecha? Because there's actually 4 of them.
Right.
V'Rabbi Shimon vav lo darish.
Right. Got it. So we throw out the entire Gzer Shava thing at this point.
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
For Rabbi Yehuda, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Elamiyata v'yatu shnayim umadadu shnayim. Oh, Rabbi Yehuda hari tisha, Rabbi Shimon shiva. Right? So we're going, I think, farther. Which verse is that? It was somewhere here. Here. V'yatu zekenech v'shecha umodadu elaharim. Oh, v'yatzu. Okay, so we darshan zekenech v'shecha. The Gemara is saying, why not darshan also v'yatzu and umadadu?
Rabbi Yehuda hare tisha. Rabbi Shimon shiva.
Right. Yeah. So we say, how Tanya? We needed this for something else. V'yatzu hein v'lo shluchan. They have to go out and not a shliach. Umadadu shafilu nimsa. Shafilu nimsa ba'alil le'ir. Oh, interesting. Sarach lasuk medida. I was wondering about this. So even if we already know which city is closer, you still need to do the measuring. Why is that?
I heard a Hasidic drasha of this entire Egla Rufa thing.
Let's hear it.
Which so why all of this fanfare? Why all of these things? It's all pedagogical to teach you that if there's a halal near your city, like, the Zakanim have to take it. It's not, we don't know who. They have to take responsibility. They have to actually go out and they have to judge. So they have to see how far it is. It's the entire thing is to teach the entire city, right? That
Right.
there's something to be repentant of, right? And like Hasidus teaches, when the Kol Puranut, right, is a call for tshuva, right? You're supposed to, when you see something horrible happen,
Right.
So it's an entire ritual. So it doesn't really matter. I already know how far it is from this city. That's the closest city. No, from the other cities, they also have to come and.
But here's the question though. Let's say you find someone dead in a city, right? Like where does Egla Rufa start and where does Egla Rufa end? Also, is there a English phrase for Egla Rufa? Like, is there a phrase that's more?
I don't know if
that is known by, because I feel like there should be a known ritual. There should be a known ritual to it. Like, it should have a name.
We certainly have one, but I don't know if
ask Grok about that, and also ask Grok what's the source that
decapitated calf.
Oh, okay, decapitated calf. I wonder if it's known that way.
I doubt it. It looks like this is Chabad translating.
It's funny because I remember we did this in the Mishnah many months ago, and I was telling you then that I actually think this is like one of the most fascinating rituals in the entire Torah. It's so bizarre, and it's beautiful in its bizarrety. And bizarrety is not a word, but I just made that up. So basically what you just said, I think it's a really beautiful ritual.
Yeah.
But I do want to know, though, I'm curious if you have to.
No, if it's in your jurisdiction, that's already like, okay, it's in your jurisdiction. You have responsibilities. But what this is teaching you,
right? But the whole thing of Egla Rufa is that it's like there's two components, and the main component to me is that someone died on your watch, right? That's the main component.
That's actually the opposite. It's not on your watch. This is in a place, but the world can't be hefker.
Interesting.
Right? There's a
we have a special halacha for when someone dies when it's not completely your fault. We have a special halacha.
Yeah.
And if someone's found in the city dead, then it goes through regular litigation process. Nothing to do with this special law.
All right.
Interesting.
As I understand it.
All right.
I think there are very deep spiritual truths here.
Yeah, I think so too. Also, the piece about that, the last thing Yaakov and Yosef learned together, is that a real thing? Or did they just teach me that? I learned that in like third grade. The last thing Yaakov and Yosef learned. It comes
from the Midrash, because it says that that Yaakov came in an agala. So the pasuk actually mentions an agala.
No, it says that Yosef sent
agalot. Yeah,
right, to remind him this is the last thing. Like, so it's actually a medrash that says that.
I believe it's a medrash. Yeah.
Interesting.
I believe it's a medrash, but like the pasuk mentions agalot, so the question becomes why.
Right. Hi, Elson. Welcome. So Jacob, you want to take this question?
Well, I mean, like we were saying, this is not for a regular situation. This is for a situation where someone dies outside the actual, normal boundaries of a place. This is a kind of in the wilderness, but the elders of the closest city still have to take responsibility. I think some people say because at the very least, when you have a traveler go through your city, you have to warn him that about the dangers around there, etc. So this isn't just anybody dies. It's somebody dies out in the wilderness, and it's telling you something.
All right. Let's keep going here. Masnisan delo kehai Tana. So our Mishnah is not like a different Tana. Titania, because we see in a Brisa, Rabbi Eliezer ben Yaakov Omer, Rabbi Eliezer ben Yaakov says, V'yatzu zekenecha v'shavtecha. So we're back to the verse that says, V'yatzu zekenecha v'shavtecha, zekenecha zu Sanhedrin. That refers to the Sanhedrin. V'shavtecha ze melech v'kohen gadol.
That they also need to come.
They all need to go.
Yeah.
Okay. Melech tichsiv, melech b'mishpat yamid aretz. The king through justice establishes the land. Kohen gadol tichsiv ubasa el kohen halavim ve'el hashofet. And you shall come before the kohen and the Levim and before the judge. So we see the word shofet can refer to a king and to a kohen gadol. So Ibailahu, they had a question. Rabbi Eliezer ben Yaakov b'chad palag or b'tar palag? Did Rabbi Eliezer ben Yaakov argue on one thing from Mishnah or two things? So the Gemara says, "Ben Belach v'Kohen Gadol palag." He argued about the Melech and the Kohen Gadol. Aval b'Sanhedrin, Iker Yehuda, Iker Shimon.
I mean, how many people are you sending? Our Mishnah says 3, right?
Well, our Mishnah says machlokas, right? Let's see what does our actual Mishnah say. Yeah, smichas zkenim arichas egla b'shlosha divrei Shimon Yehuda or b'chamisha.
Oh, okay. So that's already in the Mishnah itself.
Yeah. So the Gemara is asking b'melech v'kohen gadol palag. He's arguing about.
He wants you to scroll up one verse.
Oh, sure. Also, it's a little confusing because we're not reading from this anymore. This is just the biblical sources of this place of the Talmud.
Yeah. Keep on going.
Okay. B'melech v'kohen gadol palag. He's arguing about the king and the kohen gadol, the high priest. Aval said b'Sanhedrin, but concerning the high court, Iker Yehuda, Iker of Shimon, he either agrees with Yehuda or of Shimon. Odilma b'Sanhedrin nami palag, or maybe he also is arguing with them to Amar Kulo Sanhedrin that he thinks you need the entire Sanhedrin. So we're asking,
how many people is he sending out? 71 plus 2, 73 people.
That's what the Gemara is wondering if that's the case. Meaning, is it just the king and the judge, or is it also he disagrees with the entire premise of 3 and 5, and he wants the entire high court to be there,
and the high priest and the king?
Yeah, it's a pretty. It's like you have to have like a designated survivor. I'm serious.
I'm surprised you even know about that rule. Most people don't.
Well, it's a Netflix show, so you have to know about it if it's on Netflix.
Oh, there's a Netflix show?
There's a show where the whole place gets during the State of the Union address, and there's a designated survivor, Keith Sutherland, and he becomes the president of the United States. So it's like that's how the show starts off. No spoilers. That's how the show starts.
Oh, yeah. It's funny. Trump and J.D. Vance flew in the same airplane not so long ago, and that's kind of not allowed at all. But they did it because they were afraid of the Iranians.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to answer this question. Amar of Yosef Tashima, Matson Abes Pagi Behimralan. Our scroll says here, if a rebellious sage found the Sanhedrin at Beis Pagi and rebelled against the ruling issued by them, what is that even? Is that what Rashi says? Like, how does the art scroll even know that? Beis Pagi, Makom lifnim min chomas seir, v'nidon ki Yerushalayim l'chol dvarav. This refers to an ordained sage who refuses to accept the ruling of the Great Sanhedrin and continues to rule in accordance with his own dissenting view. The Torah accorded honor to the Great Sanhedrin and declared their rulings to be binding. Once they issue a ruling, it must be followed by all the judges. The penalty for willful refusal on the part of a judge to follow their ruling in certain subsequent judicial decisions is death by strangulation. Our Brisa now limits this penalty. In order for the sage's rebellion to be considered a capital offense, the Great Sanhedrin must have issued their ruling in the Lishkas HaGazis, where they usually convened. This was a room built into the wall of the temple's main courtyard to the right of the gate.
Oh, that's what they mean by Beis Pagi?
Yeah, I guess so. Although it's quotes here that it's saying it's Tosfos who says this.
What does this have anything to do with what we were talking about?
Well, we're going to eventually somehow get back to it. And Beis Pagi means the place of the animal's headstall, the part of the bridle that fits over the animal's head. This refers to an area outside the original wall surrounding Yerushalayim that was later annexed to the city and surrounded by another wall. It is called Beis Pagi because it encircles and protects the city just as a headstall encircles the animal's head and subdues the owner's control over it. Okay.
I don't remember I don't remember Maimonides saying that Zaken Mamre has to be Bilish Chatakazis. That seems like very specific.
So let's read it again. If a rebellious sage found the Sanhedrin at Beis Pagi and rebelled against the ruling issued by them, issuing his own ruling, it might be thought that his rebellion would constitute a rebellion. Yachol te hamaraso hamara, tamalomar v'kamta v'alisa al makom. You shall rise up and go to the place. Melabe makom gorim. Okay. So basically, if the court case wasn't in a certain, if the Sanhedrin didn't convene in a certain area, meaning the Lishkas HaGazis, then he's not going to be considered a dissenter. So the Gemara,
Zaken Mamre is a specific.
It doesn't say the word Zaken Mamre here. I guess it says
that's what it's talking about. It's talking about a Zaken Mamre.
Right. Okay. V'dinafik kama. How many of the Sanhedrin judges had left the chamber of the Unison for Beis Pagi in the Bryce's case? Ilema Miksasan, if you say some of them left, then of course we wouldn't execute this sage. Dilma Hanacht Ikagave Kame Kavase. For perhaps those judges who were still inside the chamber rule in accordance with the sage. Ella Pshita de Nafakulu. Rather, you have to say that all the judges left. Oh, so this gets to the point. Lamai, why'd they leave? If they left for Dvar why would they leave? Vaksiv Shararich Agan Hasar Al Yechser Hamazeg. Which teaches us that the judges have to stay. I have no idea what the verse actually means. It says, your navel is like a moon-shaped basin, let not the strength of the blend diminish. This is
from Shira Shirim.
Shira Shirim, which is so classic, right? Like, how in the world is that connected? It's so crazy. Ela pshita l'dvar mitzvah. It must be a dvar mitzvah. Hechidami. La l'medidas egla. It must be for the medidas egla. Rabbi Elazar ben Yaakov, the Amar Kulos Hanjabina. You need everybody. So the Gemara responds, Amar le'abaye lo. Kigon sheyatzu lahosav al ir v'azaras. It's they left to add land to the city of Yerushalayim or to the Azaras. Ketanan emosifan al ir v'azaras ela bezdin shel shivim ve'achad. So we reject the notion that that's part of the dispute here.
So the Zaken Mamre is a Zaken who disagrees with the Sanhedrin when all of them have left the place, and he's standing in their place, and he's saying otherwise.
No, he's saying that they all left and they all left Delicious Guzzus and they issued their ruling in the base Puggy. And if they did that, then it's not considered a full like din, I guess, for some reason. Or at least enough where you could be considered a Zake Mamre.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
Okay.
I'd have to go through that again to figure that out, but I think so. Tanya Kavaseder of Yosef. I'll show you a proof that it is like Rav Yosef. Matzon Abeis Pagi v'Himra Aleim. If a rebellious sage found the Sanhedrin at Beis Pagi and rebelled against them, oh, so it says it straight out. If they actually all went out to measure, that the place causes it.
So it has to be Belish Chasakazis.
Right. So
that's very interesting because in Rosh Hashanah we talk about the the Sanhedrin leaving the Lish Chasakazis because they didn't want to put people to death. But I didn't think about maybe it's kind of hinting at Machlokes Rabbanon, right? That there was a Zaken Mamre and they didn't want to deal with it.
Right. What was I going to say? So basically, according to, I wonder what we paskin like, but according to Rav Yosef, and Rav Eliezer ben Yaakov does believe that you need the entire Sanhedrin out there. Basically, it's
I would be very surprised. I mean, we can look it up. It's in Perek Gimel Hilchos Mamrim Halacha Zayin.
Okay.
I think. Is it? That's my guess. Yeah.
You're talking about the Mishnah Torah?
Yeah.
How do you find that on this thing?
It's in Halacha.
Halacha. Oh, it's the first one. Wow.
Yeah, it's the first codification ever.
Fair enough. Which one is it in?
Hilchos Mamrim. Hilchos Mamrim is towards the beginning, I believe. Hilchos Mamrim go up. Torah study, foundations of Torah.
Can we change this to Hebrew? Maybe that will help. Kriya Shema, Brachos, Tefillah, Zmanim. Took him 10 years to write this. Crazy.
Crazy he was able to write it in 10 years. Yeah, actually, you know what? Shoftim is probably at the end.
Wait, what was this? Kenyan. Here it is. No. Mamrim.
Hilchos Mamrim Perek Gimel.
Gimel.
Halacha Zayin.
Let's see what we got. Matzon chutzim kama v'himra le'em pater. Shenemar v'kanta lisa v'ka'akam lam shegur b'hilam misa. V'chol yel chetzin she'em v'turim v'na misa yesh lebezin. No, but it doesn't say the thing about Egla Rufa here. We have to go to Egla Rufa.
Oh, you were asking about Egla Rufa. I was asking about the Zaken Mamre.
No, I was curious about Egla Rufa about what do you call it?
About
if you need the entire 72.
Who actually goes out for an Egla Rufa?
Do you think there's a separate category for Egla Rufa?
No. It's so look at the Ein Mishpat. either it's in Hilchos Sanhedrin. It looks like it might be in Hilchos Perek Hay of Hilchos or Perek Dalet or Hay. Where is it?
Hilchos Sanhedrin, Ocean, Masurin Lahem. I don't know. I'd have to ask.
You know what? Look up Hilchos Rotzeach.
Eretzeach U'Shmiras Nefesh. I see.
Perek 9. Test. Perek Test.
Oops.
Halacha Aleph.
Hilchos Rotzeach.
Hilchos Rotzeach.
Here it is. Chapters 9 and 10. Here, V'yotzin Chamish Zukein Be'ez Nagadosh Yerushalayim. See, this is why his book is so cool.
That's why there's Ein Mishpat on the page.
Just boom, he gives you the halacha in 5 seconds.
Yep.
Epic.
Epic.
All right. We're up to a new sugya.
We are?
Indeed. We're up to Neta Ravai, Meiser Sheni, all that good stuff.
I'm wondering if I should do a tangent. I am thinking
Go
about
for
a
it.
tangent.
You can do a tangent. We can continue next week.
Do a tangent? Let's do a tangent. So let me find this Mishnah though. You know the Mishnah about let me ask Grok to find me the Mishnah. Grok, find me the Mishnah about cheese made from milk, not supervised by Jews, that cites a verse from Song of Songs. So, like, you know the famous whatchamacallit, the famous psak of Rabbi Moshe Feinstein of Stam, Chalav Stam, right?
Of course.
So
Saved many lives.
What?
Saved many lives. We could all eat Reese's in peace.
Here, I think this is it. Is this it? I'm gonna okay. No, that's not it. Oh yeah, this is it. Okay, so let me pull it up. Okay, so I always wondered why people make, like, Hasidim make such a huge deal of this thing, because Rav Moshe's right. Ultimately, like, he's right? But then I read this Mishnah and I was like, okay, I'm gonna just shut up. So Rabbi Yehuda said Rabbi Shmuel asked Rabbi Yeshua a series of questions while they were traveling along the road. Rabbi Shmuel said to him, "For what reason did the sages prohibit the cheeses of Gentiles?"
Oh wow, it's so cool! It's literally right there. Nice. This is so educational.
Rabbi Yeshua said to him, "Because Gentiles curdle cheese with the stomach content of an unslaughtered animal carcass. And as the carcass of an unslaughtered animal is not kosher, cheese that is curdled with it is likewise prohibited." In response, Rabbi Yishmael said to him, "But aren't the stomach contents of a burnt offering subject to a more stringent prohibition than the stomach contents of an unslaughtered animal carcass? and yet they said a priest who is open-minded, shadato yafa, may swallow shorefa raw, and the did not agree. The other sages did not agree with it. But the sages said one may not derive benefit from the stomach contents of a burnt offering lechatchila, right? But he's not liable for misusing mol b'kocha, right? So he's proving from that you shouldn't be so so strict on the stomach like the thing of it, right? So Rabbi Yeshua said to Rabbi Shmuel, the cheese of Gentiles is prohibited because they curdle it in the stomach contents of calves used for idol worship. Since it is prohibited to derive benefit from such calves, right? Rabbi Shmuel said to him, if that is so, why didn't the sages prohibit deriving any benefit from the cheese instead of merely prohibiting its consumption, right? Instead of answering Rabbi Yishmael, and this is what got me, Rabbi Yishmael, Rabbi Yeshua diverted his attention to another matter and said to him, Ishmael, how do you read for your love is better than wine, dodecha, right? Miayin. Or as for your love, dodayich, right? Is better than wine. Rabbi Ishmael said to him, dodayich is better. Rabbi Yeshua said to him, the matter is not so. And another verse teaches with regarding to it, shemanecha, right? Your ointments have a goodly fragrance. So I read this and I'm like, okay, now I understand why the Rebbe was so machmir on stam chalav stam.
Why? Because does it continue or does it end right there? Is that
it ends right there? That's the Mishnah.
That's wild. Okay.
Because it's like, okay, the sages, okay, you have all your reasons, but shira.
I hear.
You hear? It's so important.
Well, I wonder what the Gemara says on that piece. What does the Gemara say?
I don't know.
That is an interesting piece. Well, that's the first. Was that the Mishnah Sanhedrin on? What was it on Beis?
It's in Avodah Zarah 2:6. That's the Mishnah. Avodah Zarah 2:6.
2:6. What does that mean? 2:6, like 26?
No, Perek. So the Mishnah.
Perek Beis Mishnah. Perek Beis Mishnah Vav. Got it.
Yeah.
That's fascinating. That's good stuff. I feel like I'm a little wiser now that I know that. No, seriously, just basic knowledge of where the Mishnah of Chalav Stam is. It's really nice.
Well, that's actually giving us akum. So that's a separate prohibition. There are people who are not. What's the difference between Chalav
Stam and Chalav Akum?
No, that's the same.
Okay.
Gavina akum is a different prohibition.
What was it called?
Gavina.
Oh, Gavina and Chalav are different. Milk and cheese.
Yeah, Chalav is the milk.
Oh.
But the process of making cheese itself is already another thing also.
Interesting. Okay, so now I know another fact. Amazing.
There you go. Hopefully such a thing will never happen. I don't believe it's ever happened. And when Mashiach comes, there's not going to be mass casualty events. So
I thought you were going to say when Mashiach comes, we'll never run out of red heifers.
That too. People did not just wander between cities at night on their own in plague time.
That is hilarious.
We'll be out of town, but together.
That's a good one. I like this. Blessed are the cheesemakers. That's great.
There you go.
That's funny.
Yeah. The issue is that a man dies alone and nobody knows how.
Yeah.
Okay. Did we actually learn anything?
What'd you say?
Did we actually learn anything?
Yeah, that was great. We're almost finished the first parak. People are going to start talking about us.
people are already talking about us. How many chavrusas? Oh, did you see the video? Did you see the videos that I? Oh, now I have to show you videos. You can't go until I show you these videos. These are the greatest videos in the history of Yiddishkeit. So I in no way, this is not AI. I in no way created this, right? That I was just sitting here and hold on, let's start. So I was just sitting here and Shadow was on top of my Gemara, and she got into a fight with what you call
Lucky's big.
Lucky's very big. Yeah.
I did not realize how big Lucky was.
Lucky's 65 pounds.
I did not realize that.
So they started having a fight, and I took a little bit of it, right? But they were fighting over the Gemara, which I thought was hilarious because
beautiful.
They're having a machlokes, a machlokes over the Talmud, right? But guess what happens?
Yeah.
So I noticed that when my mom was tidying up on my desk, she had put the Zohar underneath a bunch of shtusim. So I took the Zohar and I put it on top of my Gemara. And then this happens, which, like, any people who don't believe in the Zohar, this is checkmate atheists. So again, they get into a fight, okay, and then watch what happens. 10 more seconds.
10 more seconds. I want this to go forever. This is the best content I've ever seen.
You don't this part is so cute. Like I was showing everybody on my phone. And this is the power of the Zohar.
Wow. Wow. Unbelievable.
10 seconds before that, they were fighting over the Gemara.
Wow.
But she's standing on a Zohar. Peace.
That's unbelievable.
Oser Shalom Bimromav.
Wow.
Shalom Aleinu Ba'al Kol Bahamas.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
Yeah. So
too
you
good.
have to see that. Okay. Bye, people.
See you.